Good, thanks. How are you? Welcome to all the degenerates, deplorables, reprobates, and one pathetic. How are you all doing today? Today is Tuesday, the 10th of January, and we are going to go to Anglesey because yesterday's word or yesterday's unique place name of the day was and we need to have a look at where that place is. So let's have a quick look at where it... What is that? That is not the place name. Stop touching buttons, G-Man. Here we go. Here we all are. Look at that. It's right in there. We're going to go next south of the Isle of Man. We're going to go into Wales, into Llanfair. They can't even write it in there themselves. So let's go scrolling right down and see where this wonderful place is. Oh, it's on a little island. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. It's right down there. It's near wherever it is. We need to have a better look in the layers. Let's have a look here. There we are. Look at that. It's in there. It's a lovely little place, isn't it? Near Horatio Nelson's statue. I must go and visit Wales. There it is. I can't even do it. You can't even do the whole thing, people. It's not even worth it anymore. I don't know why it's worth it. Let's get out of the maps. Here we are. Folks, before we get started, Mark from George's Barber, take a step back for a second. Take a step back, put those scissors down. Put the scissors down, look into the camera, raise the glass, get your waffles and whiskey glass. I know you've got one. I think you've got about 3 because you gave me a beautiful haircut this morning. Look at that one there. You gave me that one there. So raise your glass and we need to cheers the great man himself. Cheers, Rudi. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for the wonderful haircut. And for anybody that wants a good haircut, don't go to Mark. But if you want a good, sick, bad haircut, go to Mark. Thanks, mate. Wonderful haircut. Loving your work. Folks, we got so much to get through today. Look at this. I can read it up the top there. It says, from H.E. Scranton III. Thank you so much. We're going to open that in a little while. I'm guessing I know what it is. I had to cut my address out because then you'd all go, oh, that's where he lives. And then you dox me. I could dox myself, couldn't I? I could do that. So anyway, that's what we're going to be opening up a little bit later on today. But firstly, we need to get into a couple of... Yesterday, I was given... Let me just put that aside for a second. Yesterday, I was given a heads up. I need to listen to what I said or what somebody had said. But if you wouldn't mind just having a quick look at what this person had said, and I heeded this person's advice. Check this out. At all. And I want to thank the person who actually did write to me and say, hey, G-Man, how about you put your videos in chapters? And I thought, that's not a bad idea, because you can get onto YouTube now and you can put them in chapters. And I do want to try that. I want to give it a go. I want to see if I can put them in chapters like the rant, the memes, the one job, the deplorables, and the videos. I think that will work really well. So that's what I did. So I put it in the chapters. Look at me concentrating there like anything. So I put them in chapters, and that's not it. That's it there, chapters. So you could go into the video. They're supposed to cut them up, and it doesn't work when you're doing a live. I'm not too sure why. Somebody might be able to help me. But look, you can just click onto this is in the description box just below. When you go to the description, and I'll do it after this show too, but the rant, the main story, the Karen 20 wax video, the one job, the live call from the deplorable, and of course, the closing. So I've got all that. Also, a couple little messages from people from obscurity 7 minutes ago said, you look professional, G-Man, until you push a button. I won't push any buttons. I'm not touching cables anymore, but I have got a new, look at this, a new swing arm here, just something else to break and to ruin. Hopefully it will all work. And then I got this. This was good. From Maitland Slater. I asked my friend 9-year-old's grandson what he wants to be when he grows up. A policeman, was his reply. Do you know any policemen? I asked. He replied, my friend's dad is a policeman. I asked, why would you want to be a policeman? The 9-year-old boy replied, so I can break the law and drive fast and punch people I don't like. Such is the impression that the Victorian police has made on a 9-year-old boy watching our news. And that, my friends, is exactly what's happening when you give the wrong impression about what your job is supposed to be. And we need you to do your job properly, officers. And if a 9-year-old boy says, so I can punch people I don't like, that is a very bad impression. We also got this. Ken Lyle, 7 minutes ago, said, you look rough. You've been in the sun. Look at me today. Okay, yesterday you would have seen I was rough, man, but I had a good night's sleep. I woke up early this morning. I got on my bike and had a bit of a ride, 20 minutes. I went and got a haircut. Look at fresh on me. Nobody cares. And then, of course, if you haven't done this as yet, all you deplorables, jump on. Tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you, you can see there in the private fake book page, we got 211 degenerates. Well done. And I think we're getting close to 300. That's not bad, where you can send all your memes, all your stories, everything else that you would like to send to me. And thank you for all you good people and you not so good people. Let's just quickly see what's on the news. We haven't done that for a while. What did she save? Oh, it's a Yui commercial. This is an insurance company. Good on you, love. Good on you, love. We don't want to watch commercials. Sponsored by Yui. This show, sponsored by Yui. The only reason you're here is because you want to know is who was first, and we want to be able to see if you got a unique place name. That's the goal from now on, is the unique place name so we can punch in and see where that beautiful place is. So let's have a look at who was first. Here we go. Daffodil 31 Lee. Is that like a limited edition? Place of the day is Spermally. 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 It sounds like somebody... Spermally. Is it in Sweden? I'm guessing Sweden. Spermally? Spermally. I'm from Spermally. I'm guessing that's where it is. We will check out where it is and we will have a big look. Todd M says, hello all, a bit late, but cheers G-Man and cheers Rudi. I'm noticing we got a lot of new people on here. People, if you're new on here and this is your first time on here, please jump over, subscribe, hit the bell icon, hit the all button. Once you do that, then hit join. And for as simple as $3 a month, you can support this channel or you can support it if you want to be a patriot. We've got over 100 people now who are members here. Thank you so much for your patronage. And we've got lots of people on here who are already on the NONOs. You're already doing that. Michelle Gaga says, who is a NONO? You must be sponsored by Yui. You always seem to catch their ads when you go to the TV. I do. All right, people, we know why we're here. We need to be able to have a look at the rant of the day. All right, let's go into this. A father changes gender identity in a bid to win custody of his children. Ooh, now this one I could actually go for. A father in Ecuador who was dealing with an acrimonious split from his wife legally changed his gender identity to help him win custody of his 2 daughters. Being a father in this country, Ecuador is punished, and I'm only seen as a provider. Rene Salinas Romas, I love that name, 47, told local outlet La Voz del Tombamba, according to the New York Post. The law says that the one who has the right is a woman. As of this moment, I am female. I am also a mum. That's how I consider myself. Ramos told local media on December the 30th. Happy New Year, Ramos. I'm very sure of my sexuality. What I have sought is that I want to be a mother so that I can give the love and protection of a mother. And well done to you, Ramos. If you cannot get your children to be with you, is because the law states that you have to be a woman because a woman can provide more care to their children. Well done for you. And in this crazy world, all you have to do is say, I identify as a woman, and guess what you are? You are a woman. Australia, I want to double check on this one here. I'm not 100% sure of this. The person who put this up, it's got this: Australians should be totally outraged that this is just 2 items from the Albanese proposed voice, creating a totally divided Australia. Now, here in Australia, we will be voting very shortly, I think in a referendum, whether we should allow the Indigenous people to have their voice. As far as I'm concerned, every person in Australia has a voice. If you're old enough to vote, you'll have a voice. But number 10 in the proposed voice legislation will be Aborigines to be given freedom to manage their own internal and external affairs as a separate nation of people. Let me get to that back in a moment. So we're going to create two worlds now. So they're going to create themselves as another entity. Number 11, Aborigines to be given freedom to make treaties regarding land and sea corridors as would any independent nation. So if the Aborigines then decide to sell off some land to the Chinese and maybe even to BHP to sell land and they only get 3% of the gross earnings, well, there could be a problem. The thing I have a problem with this, and I don't know because I'm trying to find whether this is in an actual fact something that is real, is that if this was written by the Albanese government, well, they don't know. Have a look at the number 10, sorry, it was Aborigines to be given freedom to manage their own internal and external affairs as a separate. Separate is spelt incorrectly. So whether somebody copied and pasted or did a bit of photoshopping with this, I need to know whether this is true. If it is true, we are now creating two Australias. We'll have an Indigenous Australia and we'll have a other Australia. Wait till we get to the main story for the day, which you see Chlamydia Thorpe has proposed something horrible. So I don't know if this is real. If somebody can check it for me, I'll get the fact checkers out there to make sure it is real. But obviously the person who wrote this is very angry with the Albanese government. So I need to, once again, just do a double check. So I'm not standing corrected. I don't know just yet. Loving my new hair. I'm scared that cis men will sexually exploit and objectify me. Love, you ain't got a problem here. Not going to be objectifying you. But I did go into the Twitter feed because I wanted to see what the cesspool of Twitter had been saying about this wonderful purple-haired monster. Somebody had said, just a guess, but I don't think that should be a concern. Well said. Glad I born and grew up at a time when things made sense. Mm-hmm. And Steve G says, I know I'm old, but for the life of me, I can't understand why normal-looking men choose to become ugly women. Yes, if you're going to become a woman, why don't you become a pretty one, like a really, really pretty one? Then we might be able to go, I'll objectify you. I'll objectify anyone. I'll objectify this coffee cup here. Seriously. Cheers, Rudi. Cheers. It's going crazy. I started dating a sex doll after my fiancé left me. I even introduced her to my mum. An Australian man said that he began dating a sex doll named Karina after his fiancé left him. Well, at least there's a couple of things. I have lots of questions. I think when this came up on Fakebook, I think I asked a lot of questions. Will she be able to go into the T2 lane, so the transit lane where you're only allowed 2 passengers? There's a question I have for, is she vaccinated? I want to know if she's vaccinated because, this could sway my decision whether I'm going to, be friends with the Australian man and Karina. Why does he get Australian man and she gets a name? How much Botox does she use? I want to know, does she go into checked luggage or is she allowed on the plane? I have so many questions. I want to know. And I think she's punching above her weight. It's sad. It's so sad. But whatever makes him happy. Come on, people. Whatever makes him happy. I know when I was younger, I used to play with the doll. At least there's one thing. When his mates come around, they'll go, hey, Karina's a doll, hey. CB Boyd says she goes into the luggage. Yeah, does she get... here are the questions people are asking. Does she get life insurance? More importantly, does she have dinner at the table when he gets home at night? That's what I want to know. Who does the washing is what I want to know. Or is she just going to be a lazy ass and sit around the house? Does she have a passport? You people are funny. Oh, Rudi, it's a funny world. I love this world. Qantas! Customer sued airline over lifetime member card debacle. So I punched into the story. I won't bore you with all the details. There's a lot of details in this. But apparently, Boo Boo on the right, the young lady, went to renew her Qantas membership. Who would do that? And Qantas gave her a lifetime membership. So she calls up Qantas and says, I think you made a mistake. And they had replied, no mistake here. She won a prize. Congratulations. 2023, you won the prize of becoming a lifetime member. So she used it for a couple of months, or I think a couple of days. A couple of months. We're still in January. I'm so ahead of my time. She used it for a couple of days and goes into the Qantas lounge. She must fly a lot. And then Qantas turned around and said, nah, sorry, it's not registered. She goes, what are you talking about? I won it. No. We haven't produced these membership cards since 2007. So somebody, one job, people, one job in Qantas. That's all you have. Somebody within Qantas is still collecting those cards and handing them out. Because why would you keep producing them if you've stopped making the lifetime memberships since 2007? It's like 100 years ago. Anyway, Qantas, cough up. She's now a full-time member. You made a mistake. You had one job. Oh, things just get worse and worse. Oh, this is embarrassing. Sunrise stars divided with bizarre dance. Grow up. Seriously, Sunrise, you're a mainstream media channel here in Australia, and you should be doing one thing, which is just read the news out. Read the news and stop being dicks on a TV station. Let me just play this because it's just embarrassing, people. Put your headphones on. For those people who don't want to listen to it, turn your radio off. This is embarrassing. People, I've got to stop it. It's just embarrassing. The whole thing's just embarrassing. Even my button pushing is embarrassing today. I've got things all over the place. What do you think? Do you think they should be just there doing their job? Like, come on. I don't even know who they are. Is that Monique, someone, and Mark Beretta? Oh, come on, please. Grow up. Just grow up. Delays expected as Adelaide bus drivers strike. Maybe they can do TikToks. I don't know. That seems to be the go nowadays. If you're going on strike and you're not getting anywhere, I don't know, just get on TikTok and do a couple of dances. There's a lot of these strikes happening over all over Australia, people. If you're not happy with your job, just strike. That's what people are doing. Low blow. Transgender woman in tears after bank account frozen as she sounded like a man on the phone. G'day, this is the National Australia Bank. How can I help you? Yeah, how you going? I just want to pull out some money from my bank account. Sure, just want to check some details with you. Can I grab your first and last name? Yeah, my name's Geraldino, and my last name's Porshman. What is your, just to do a double check, can I just check male or female? Female. I'm not too sure that you're a female. What are you talking about? I'm a female. What are you discriminating against me? No, I'm just trying to work out. You see, my voice sounds higher than yours, and you're a female, and mine, I'm a male. What are you doing? I'm gonna cry. She's in tears. See, why do they all look like that? Like, come on, seriously, why do you look like that? I've got that there somewhere. Hang on a minute. I need to find it. Stay with me. Stay.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Oh, stop snorting. Oh, I've got so many good stories. Car stolen as child slept in back seat. Gosh. What's rule number 1 when you've got a kid in the car? You don't leave... Read it. A thief is on the run after stealing a car while a toddler was asleep in the back seat in Melbourne's southeast. The child was left alone with the engine running outside a grocery store on the Nepean Highway in Chelsea at 4 p.m. on Sunday while his father went to do some shopping. What? On the Nepean Highway? Look, you park your car, you do some shopping, but you park your car on the Nepean highway. Like, we're talking a highway, like at 110 kilometers an hour. Is that what we're doing now? And so we went to the show. Oh, I bet you he says something like, I was only going to go a minute. Like, rule one, what are you leaving your kid in the car? Seriously. The criminal snuck into the front seat of the grey Volkswagen SUV and took off with the car, but stopped nearby to drop off the child. It's a toddler. So he's driving down the Nepean highway at 110 and he hears, "Daddy, slow down." It's like, holy shit, what's in the back? Oh, you're not welcome in here. Open the car door, push him out, see you later, and drives off. Some bloke found him wandering along the Nepean highway and took him to the police station. Said, "I found a toddler." Then the dad reported his car missing. What an idiot. Don't put your kid in the car. One job, people. This is great. So on the Gold Coast here, Jessica's post had put, looking for a life coach on the Gold Coast that has great recommendations. Thank you. And then this guy called Gerald Porschman wrote, "Make your bed, put detergent in the washing machine, wash behind your ears, don't pick your nose in public, say thank you, apologise when you made an error, don't leave a baby in the car." Anything else? I laugh at my own jokes. Model slams horse ranch for refusing to let her ride horses due to her weight. I can just see that conversation. Celeste decides to go for, I want to ride a horse. And the old rancher would be going, "Nah, love, it's not going to happen today." Why not? It's just not going to happen. You can't, because just look at my poor horse. Like, he's already, his eyes, he's about to bolt. Like, seriously, have you heard why jockeys are so small and slim? It's because, they want to be able to ride with not a lot of weight on them. There's got to be, I think now, how when you go to an amusement park and you have heights for kids and you have weights for kids, because otherwise they slip out. There should be now, at the ranch, there should be a weight limit. Step on the scales. Sorry, love, you need to go to the airport to get weighed. It's too bad. Model slams. That's a model? Okay, I'm sorry. This is why I've got no one watching this channel anymore. No one wants to watch because I'm just nasty to people. Data, however you want to say it, reveals large gender pay gap in South Australia. Really? Let's read it. For the first time ever, government data has shown a significant pay gap between senior male and female public servants in South Australia. Official figures have revealed a pay gap of almost 30,000 smackaroos a year across the state's top bureaucrats. The biggest pay gap was recorded in the police and emergency sectors, where pay disparity ranged from $52,000 to $60,000. I'd like to see more of that report. I think in here in Australia, it is illegal to pay people at different bands. So, for example, if you're a band 1, you get paid a band 1, regardless of the work that you do. If you're a band 7, you get paid band 7. So male and female, I don't know. Maybe the women, here's what the women should do. Seriously, here's what you should do, ladies. When you go in now, I would now say, tick the box that says you're a male, and all of a sudden you will get your pay rise if this is a problem. And then when you go home, you become female. And then when you go back to work, you become male. That's all you have to do. If that's the problem, you can identify as anything and anyone you want. Don't forget, I am who we're. This is the main story of the day, people. We've got some videos that we want to accompany this. Senator Lydia Thorpe, who is celebrating, she says, who's celebrating invasion, murder and theft on January 26th? People, hang on a minute. I'm moving my chair. Oh. People, Australia Day is Australia Day for a reason. It is there for a reason. It is because we are thanking the people who fought under this flag so that we can have the freedoms that we have. And when you get a putz like this who says and calls it invasion, murder and theft, I didn't steal anything. I didn't murder anyone and I didn't invade anyone. And I'm not apologising for anyone. What happened in my life is what I have created in my life, Chlamydia Thorpe. You are a scumbag putz. How dare you tell us that this is what it was called invasion, murder and theft on the 26th of January, which is Australia Day. Now, for those people who are interested, I'm going to show a couple of videos that shows you what this person is like if you're from the US. This is hot under here. Whew. What it's like. So I'm going to show you what this person is like and who she associated herself, and you can make up your own mind. So I know you have them in your own country, but here in Australia, we have people like this who don't believe Australia is Australia. They don't think Australia exists. We are a nation that's built under this flag prior to anything else, before anything else. We built this, not me, but the people who fought under this flag. And we should be thanking those people and not people like this. And for those people who would be interested, on the 26th of January, I'm going to be going and I'm going to do a vox pop and I'm going to be wearing this flag and I'm going to be asking people what they think about Australia Day, whether they think it's invasion, murder or theft day on Australia Day. Beautiful flag. Mwah. I love it. Don't put it, just lay it over here for a second. Okay, for a second. All right, so let's have a look at a couple of videos here, people, which will make you get angry. So let's have a look first, and I've played this once before. So here we go, people. Watch this.
Senator Thorpe, please come to the table to make and subscribe the affirmation of allegiance.
Oh, this really annoys me.
Senator Thorpe, please recite the affirmation on the card handed to you.
I, Sovereign Lydia Thorpe, do solemnly and sincerely affirm and declare that I will be faithful and I bear true allegiance to the colonising Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Senator Thorpe, I'm going to wait for quiet. Senator Thorpe, you are required to recite the oath as printed on the card, so please recite the oath.
None of us like it.
Senator Thorpe, order.
I, Lydia Thorpe, do solemnly and sincerely affirm and declare that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law.
See, it's total disrespect. You know, just total disrespect. If you don't want to be a member of parliament, if you don't want to support this country for what it has under the allegiance and under the flag, and sure, under the monarchy, then you shouldn't even stand. Just go away. But I know what you're asking. You're probably asking, who is this person anyway? So what? She was a member. She was with the Greens party. So firstly, check this out, which will make more sense about this horrible, horrible person.
Greens leader Adam Band has been left red-faced and his party in turmoil after he was forced to sack Senator Lydia Thorpe from his leadership team for dating a bikie boss. It happened while she sat on a parliamentary law enforcement committee. Senator Band's own staff didn't tell him about the relationship.
Lydia Thorpe today ordered to resign from her position as Deputy Senate Leader following revelations she was in an undisclosed relationship with former Rebels bikie boss Dean Martin. The pair dating while she was sitting on the Joint Law Enforcement Committee.
It was Senator Thorpe has said that this is an error of judgment. That's the least description that I would put to it.
In a statement, the Senator for Victoria said, "I accept that I have made mistakes and have not exercised good judgment," adding that she and Mr Martin remain friends.
I see, again, yep, Pacer says she's a disgrace to Australia. And again, she's associating herself with a known criminal and being on the joint task force to advise police of where the criminal activity is so that she can then inform her boyfriend at the time that, hey, they're going to be doing some stuff around this area here, so you might want to keep low a little bit. Of course she's been asked to be sacked from the position. The total scumbag is an infiltrator. There's a person who is a treasonous person. I just can't believe what we are doing here in Australia. It makes me so angry. And for the people who are watching this and going, oh, gee, man, I think you're taking it a little bit too harsh. You know, she is the leader of the Greens Party. This is not what we accept here in Australia. Not at all. And then finally, check this one out.
Apologise to Senator Geller for interrupting, but Senator Thorpe just made the most outrageous statement directed at Senator Hughes, which you probably didn't hear, but in the scheme of disgusting statements made in this chamber, that surely ranks at the top of them.
Senator Small, I obviously did not hear the statement. Senator Thorpe.
I'm happy to retract. I just got a view of something over there that disturbed me, but I'm happy to retract. Thank you, President. I just want to unreservedly take back my comments that I made earlier.
Did she say unreservedly? Oh my God, what a monkey.
And I apologise to that senator wholeheartedly, Senator Hughes, and that won't happen again. So
it should never happen. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. So you're probably wondering what she said. She said something to the effect of, well, at least I keep my legs closed. That is the sort of person that we have here in Parliament. That is the person who now writes here, who's celebrating invasion, murder and theft on the 26th of January. People, if you're Australian here and you don't believe that we should be celebrating Australia Day, then you're un-Australian. And no, you can't have lamb on your barbecue. It's as simple as that. I think that's the end. That is the end. Anyway, people, that, my friends, was the rant of the day. You happy? Are you all happy? We need to get out of there. Let's get back to here. Don't forget, I'm going to be opening up the lines. Let me just check to see. I need to open up lines here. And I can see my producer is here ready to go. I'm going to hit the invite button, hit the copy button. I've copied it now, and I'm going to go to here, Control V, and enter. What I want you to do, whatever timeline that is, I think the timeline that's just come past is like, I don't know, it's 20 minutes later. I watched this back once, and I went to hit the enter to put the StreamYard's link in there so you can have a good chat to me, and it came up before I hit the enter. I don't know what's going on, but it seems a bit strange. So if you want to give me a call, people, and the rules are very simple. Let me just put the rules up here. So I'm going to just bring this, how to put StreamYards on. Here it is there. If you're going to enter in the studio, that's what we'll do. What will happen, allow, so you can get the microphone and the camera to be working. And then once, of course, it works, you can put your name in there. I won't be displaying it. But then you want to get your camera. And as I say, I didn't press anything. Am I back on? Tell me I'm back on. Still silent. I got X's. I'm hitting. Don't swear. I'm back on. I'm back on. What happened? I didn't touch anything. How much didn't you hear? What didn't you hear? I didn't hear anything. Take your foot off the wire. Yeah, I've got my foot on the wire, actually. I do. Well done. I don't even know how much you listen to all that stuff. Anyway, how much further back? Simple. Anyway, I was having a bit of a rant. Gone for about 60 seconds, 2 minutes. Wow. All right, I'll try not to touch anything. It's just got new stuff. Maybe it's automatic censoring. Censoring. All right, let's have a look. There's nobody on yet. That's good. All right, I think we should get into memes or one job. I think we should get into the one job of the day. Let's check out some of the one jobs, people. One job. One job. Come on, council. You got one job. That's got to be lazy, isn't it? Let's go 5 of these. I've got so many videos to show you and so much stuff. Anyone caught exiting through this door will be asked to leave. Okay. Get out. All right, I'm going. That's too cute. That's too cute. Just that's when I'm lazy, right? I want a gate, so because I've got a couple of dogs and goats and a cow, and I don't want it to get out. So I want a gate right across so it keeps the animals in. Sure, we can do that. That's too funny. Floats on water. We did that yesterday. Here we go. Hey, Oscar, it's Tony. Can you make a flyer for our new happy hour? Sure, no probs. Send me the details. $4 kettle one, $4 Miller Lite, 22, $4 lettuce. What time does it start? Monday, Friday. Done and done. Oh, yeah. Done and done, buddy. That's great. It's the whiskey business too. That's so good. Clever boy. See? That's the flyer. That's clever. I love that. Here we go. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, mate. Need you to paint some yellow lines. Remove all obstacles. Okay. 2 more. What's that supposed to be? Jana? Or Lana? That's bad. That's bad. Why, people? You got one job. Okay, one more. Happy. That's too funny. I don't get it, people. I don't understand. Oh, everything is just too funny. Like all you people are just too funny. I need to take the one job off. Folks, yesterday, let me just see. Yesterday I was talking about, or a couple of days ago, I was talking about one of my favourite videos, and I just need to be able to play this for you because it just makes me laugh. I don't know, where is it? I can't even find, oh no, it's on YouTube. Hang on, I need to put YouTube on. That's where it is. Oh, there it is. All right. Let me play this. I'm going to put my headphones on. This is a cracker. It goes only for about 3 minutes, but it's one of my favourite videos. Check this out.
Thank you for calling SST Towing. How may I help you?
I just picked up my 92 Accord from your lot, and there is a huge turd in the back seat.
And there's what in the back seat?
A turd. A piece of shit. A big-ass human turd in the back seat of my car.
Ma'am, I assure you, our guys did not take a dump in your car. If you want to, bring that car back and we'll take a look at it.
You want to take a look at it? My car is fine. It's that big-ass turd in the back seat.
Okay, what would you like me to do?
Okay, how about I go to your house and pitch a loaf on your couch? How about that?
Ma'am, what would you like me to do to fix the situation?
I want somebody to come over here, get this turd out my back seat,
That's
clean
not gonna
my
happen.
car. What do you mean it's not going to happen?
You can bring the car here and we can take a look at it.
I am. I'm going to bring it back there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a dump in every last car you got there. I'm going to pee on your counter. I'm going to do it all to show you how it feels.
Okay,
and you know what? You sound like a big burly man. It probably came out your ass.
Oh, yeah.
How much you weigh?
I don't make it a habit of going out and taking a dump in the car.
How much do you weigh?
About 400 pounds.
That's your turd. That's
your my turd, huh?
Yes.
That came up from a 400-pound man, huh?
This is a 400-pound man. Either that or a gorilla.
Okay.
I'm driving this car right to my lawyer's office, and I'm going to let the whole world see. You're going to be on the news this evening, buddy. I'm going to get 7 on my side. Watch. You're going to be on the news.
Can you describe the piece of I mean, what does it look like?
You know what it is. It came out your ass.
That's got to be too funny, people. I love that. I love it. I love when people just have... that was a bit of a prank. I think it's a few years old now, but it's a great little prank, and I love that. Now, we've got a caller back on. I did ask Rufus Cat to join me, so I think Rufus Cat is on. Hang on a minute, mate. Let me just organise myself. You know what I'm like. I'm pushing buttons here and everything. So hang on 2 seconds. Make sure that's on. Audio is on. Show the guest. Here we go. G'day, Rufus Cat, mate. How you doing?
Oi, G-Man, how are you, mate?
I'm doing really well. What do we got? What do you want to talk about?
Well, if you don't mind, I'll start off with a joke.
Go for it.
Is that all right?
Okay.
All right. It's a little bit naughty, but not too much of a foul language kind of a joke.
Okay.
It's a bit naughty.
Okay.
All right. There's a young man. He's about 29, 30 years old. He's a teacher. He's a school teacher, and he's in charge of like 6th grade, 7th grade. So, 12, 13-year-old kids. And it's sex education day. And he brings a banana to class. And he walks into class with this banana, and he says, okay, kids, today I'm going to show you how to put on a condom. And in case you're wondering why I have this banana, it's because I can't get an erection on an empty stomach.
Okay. Yep, that's a half a funny one. You've got to do better than that. Seriously. Got to do better than that.
I don't do stand-up.
All right, man. What do you got? You got your 5 minutes here.
Well, first thing I wanted to say was I kind of owe you a little bit of an apology because I've been on with you a couple of times, and I sort of jump on a soapbox and did sort of a ranty thing, and I didn't want to seem like come off as too much of a crazy person with the things that I was talking about previously. So I just wanted to sort of mellow it down a little bit and show some respect, and cheers, Rudi, and thanks, I love your channel. I love what you guys are doing over there, and appreciate you a lot. So there's that.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Apology accepted.
All right. The other thing, there was one or two things from yesterday, when I tried to come on. It was very late in your show. One of the memes that you presented yesterday was it was cute, but it was about gardening, right? So somebody was saying, I forget exactly how it was worded, but it was like somebody had a picture of some tomatoes, and they said, oh, you spent 3 months, of your life, cultivating these tomatoes in order to save $2.70 or something like that, right?
Yes.
Well, I got news for you. I mean, it is true that if you garden, it is quite a bit of work. There's bugs and pests and all sorts of things you got to do, right? However, and I'm no professional by any means, but in my backyard, I've got a garden. It's, I don't know, it's 10 foot by 20 foot. And I garden quite a few things, beans and, squash and peppers and tomatoes and sweet potatoes, whatever. But I've done this for years. And one year I decided, okay, I'm going to actually weigh everything that comes out of this garden. I also have a blueberry bush, and I've got fig trees on my property. So I really wanted to know, one year I really wanted to know how much food am I actually producing. And I shit you not, sorry, I'll keep my language down. I don't want to demonetize you.
That's all right.
I kid you not, I pulled over 500 pounds of produce out of my backyard. And here in America, on average, produce, doesn't matter what you buy, it averages out to be about $2 a pound. So I literally grew $1,000 worth of food in my backyard in 1 year.
And 200 pounds for those people who are not in the pounds, but wear kilos. So that's about, you said 400 pounds?
No, I pulled
400 pounds of produce.
It was over 400.
Right, okay.
Pounds.
Yes. So here in Australia, that would be around 200 kilos of produce. So that's like, I would say 2 of me. So 2 big burly of me, you pulled out and
It was way more than my wife could eat. And we were giving it away.
Yeah.
I mean, we were giving it to the neighbors, and I was giving it. My wife was taking it to work and giving it to her friends at work.
Yeah.
It was way more than we could eat. And I've got canning supplies, and I jar and can, and I try to preserve what I can. And I ain't joking, dude. I ain't joking. No joke.
Yeah.
Put some seeds in the ground, watch what happens.
Yeah, I guess
Food.
if you're a bit of a hobby farmer and you're really focusing on growing some fresh produce, like tomatoes and like apples and oranges and whatever else, I think it is going to benefit you in the long run, of course. But if you're somebody like me and I go, I'm going to just grow a tomato plant out the back, like I have a lemon tree. I've got a lemon tree, and again, I'll wait for the lemons to come once every 6 years, and they'll drop down, and I go, oh great, I can have a lemon water. I do get it. But I think you have to be pretty good, and you've got to have a bit of a green thumb to be able to do that. I'm certainly not that. So, yes, in jest, I was talking about it's probably easier just to go down the shop and buy a bit of a tomato, as opposed to always growing it, and then you're giving the whole damn thing away, and then you're trying to fight with people to say, look, I've got so many tomatoes, I don't know what to do with them. And so, I don't know, throw them at the TV.
Well, there's the whole other aspect of knowing where your food comes from, right?
True.
We've all heard about the craziness from Monsanto and the toxic stuff, and right?
True.
The poisons, the chemicals, the pesticides, the herbicides, the chemical fertilizers that come from petrol, they're petrochemical fertilizers. So, knowing that I have an organic source of food in my backyard, and granted, I don't eat all year. Okay, it's not enough. I can't eat all year. But no joke. We're munching on stuff in early spring, and we are eating here. See, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, where the weather is quite mild. And some years, like this year particularly, I have actually harvested tomatoes, no joke, in December. That's the dead of winter. So sometimes our growing season is extended because it's the South, right? That's the deep, hot South. And it's like I'll plant early things like snap peas or what they call sweet pea, snap peas, or what's the other word for them? Whatever, you get it.
Yeah.
But there are early crops, there are late crops, and we start munching on stuff as early as like March or late March or April. And as the summer progresses, we got more produce, and our refrigerator is jammed, and I swear to God, we're giving stuff away.
Yeah.
I can't eat it. And on top of what I'm able to can and preserve, it's really not that hard. You can really grow quite a lot in not a big space.
Oh, well, you convinced me. You've convinced me. All right. So I take back what I said yesterday. I'll grow tomatoes. I'll let you know, and I'll bring my little tomato patch here, and I'll show you what I've done, and then I'll donate.
There is a learning curve.
I'm sure there is.
There's definitely a learning curve. Like this year, I love growing sweet potatoes, and my sweet potatoes lately, the last year or two, I've had. I don't know if it's a mole or a chipmunk or a rat. They're all ground-dwelling critters who like to crawl around in the dirt and eat tubers and whatever they can find. The last couple of years, I noticed my sweet potatoes, I'll dig up a big old sweet potato, and it's like half eaten, and you can see the little toothy chew marks, and some critter like a mole or a chipmunk or something down there just munching away. So like I said, there's a learning curve. You're going to have to protect certain plants from certain predators and certain insects, unless you want to go, full on poison, which I don't. I like to keep my garden as clean as I can.
Yeah.
But knowing where your food comes from is one of the most important things.
I think you're absolutely right. Yep. Pesticides and everything they're poisonous with, all that genetically modified foods that they're putting out there. It's just horrible that what they're doing to our food. And like you say, I know you mentioned an organisation there. I'd like to be able to just have food that comes straight out of the ground. But, here in Australia, what they do is that they'll ship. I'll tell you how it works here in Australia. So they grow the bananas up in North Queensland. They'll then ship the bananas overseas to somewhere like China, Japan, because we've got great produce over there. And then we'll export it over there. And then what we will do is that we will import the bananas from Japan to come back over here. And yet... that's how it works. Or they'll ship it from Queensland all the way down to Melbourne, 4,000 kilometres, and then what we'll do is that we'll bring it all the way back up into Queensland, so that we can save. That's how the supply chain works here, mate. Everyone's got a
Go globalization.
Globalization, mate. Thank you so much for your call once again. Call again. Come up with all that interesting information. We love hearing about it. Thank you, buddy.
I'm here to help. Thanks, G-Man.
Thanks, buddy.
Cheers, Rudy.
Have a good one. Cheers, mate. Cheers. All right, I think we've got another caller on the line here, and the next caller who will come up, I'm not too sure who it will be, but I'm going to hit, once I see that little thing that popping up and down, I know I've got a guest on here. We're going to show you the guest, and it is Herbert Scranton III. Mate, I better do this. This is from you.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Oh, you're a bit loud. Hang on. Don't scream into the microphone.
Okay.
Hang on. Just need to pull out. Hang on. Ooh. I watched a murder show last night. I like my murder shows.
I watched a lot of football yesterday.
Did you? Hey, I love this. Hope there was nothing in that box. Mate, thank you. I won't plug them too much, but there it is there. I'm not sponsored by them, but the Black Rifle Coffee Company, the BRCC. Thank you, mate. That is going to be in my coffee. I was waiting for that. It's going to be in my coffee. Oh, yeah, well done. Mate, what would you like to talk to me today about?
Well, actually, I just sent you a note. If nobody comes on and you want to talk, I'd be happy to talk.
Oh, people,
I don't want to be the guy that's always on. Good God, people are going to get tired of hearing from me.
Well, no, they'd be never tired of hearing from you. But if you have something that you would like to add substance to the show, mate, we have another caller that will be waiting. But add some substance. I'm always happy to hear.
Well, I'm going to make a couple of comments about your last caller and gardening.
Yes, please.
So I grew up in Connecticut, and my great grandfather's house, my parents got it at free pass, and he grew flowers for the local florist. But we grew vegetables, and so we had a very large yard for the time, and so we grew corn and radishes and scallions and strawberries and zucchini. And zucchini.
Okay.
And zucchini. I hate zucchini.
Yeah.
My mom pickled it. She fried it. She broiled it. You name it, she did it. And to this day, just the sight of zucchini makes me sick. But you see all the jokes about the neighbors in the beginning of the year. You got the zucchini, and the neighbors are just loving it. At the end of the year, the neighbors are hiding because they don't want any more zucchini. But we grew a lot of it. So here in Texas, when my wife is alive, she loves tomatoes, and she loves real tomatoes, ones that you grow because they taste so much better. And all we did was kill off the tomato plants here in Texas.
Okay.
But cherry tomatoes, which was my wife's favorite, holy crap, we would start them in the beginning of the summer, and like the guy in Georgia, we were picking cherry tomatoes all the way into December. When the first freeze came, I picked the rest of the tomatoes. I figured, well, that's the end of it. The following year, I had turned over the garden, but we hadn't put anything in the garden. But the beginning of the following year, guess what popped up right in the same place? Another bush of cherry tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
My wife was thrilled.
Now, is it tomatoes? So, is it tomatoes or tomatoes?
Well, where I'm from, they're tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Right, and potatoes.
Potatoes.
Nope. Potatoes.
You're absolutely right. Mate, always good to have you on here. I'm going to enjoy this coffee. Good. And I think the message of the day...
earlier.
Thank you. I think the message of the day is that we should be growing our own. Can you grow coffee?
Well, that takes a little bit more.
It does.
So, cheers to your dad.
Thank you, sir.
I absolutely love to visit with your dad.
Oh,
do it
thank
again.
you. Thank you.
Do it again.
I will do.
And let somebody else talk. Get my butt off this TV.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Bye. Cheers.
Talk to you again. Bye. All right, people. Well, we had a few people on. I think do we have another person? Producer, I thought we had another person. TT Tinneman or somebody was sitting on here. That'd be good if the person is back on. I don't think they are because, as you can see, my Waffles and Whiskey is off to the side. And when it's dead center, I know that there's somebody waiting in the wings, and nobody is waiting in the wings. That's okay, producer. I'll come back to this one here. I've got a classic video I want to show you as well, people. This is another classic. I love listening. Ooh, it's hot under here. I love watching this. What number do I push? Don't push buttons, G-Man. Don't touch anything. Herbert Scranton, while you're there, mate, I know you're off now, but while you're there, we were talking about chemtrails and comtrails, and you had said there's no such thing as a chemtrail. I just want to play this, and I want to get people's reactions to this to see whether it's true, not true. Again, I don't know. I'm not a pilot. I don't spill stuff out of the sky. Check this out.
Perhaps the greatest lie ever perpetrated on populations all over the world is the condensation trail lie. What we're seeing in our skies is not condensation. It's sprayed particulate dispersions with very few exceptions.
They shouldn't be there. Jet engines burn clean. So if there's anything coming out of them, it's an additive.
They're absolutely not contrails. Contrails do not linger, dissipate, and go into cloud coverage, period, in the report.
And I kept saying to people, you know, what is this? Because now the sky is no longer blue, it's starting to turn gray. And what I found was kind of like it was not socially acceptable. You know, we're all going to pretend this is not really happening. And I thought, oh, this is very bad.
Most are unfamiliar with a science term called global dimming. That term refers to the amount of direct sunlight that no longer reaches the surface of the planet due to light scattering particles that are building up in the atmosphere. And although many of these particles are from industrialized pollution, the larger majority are from the ongoing climate engineering solar radiation management operations.
All right, people, I'll leave it up to you. I have no idea. All I know is that it looks a bit weird. It looks strange. If somebody can explain it, and you are saying, oh, no, what they're doing is they're I don't know, they're cloud seeding. I don't know. So I have no idea. But I'm sure that somebody out there might know. Like Teresa has just said here, they're spraying chemicals or bio-warfare. I don't know. John Page may be close to this one here. It could be HARP. When we have a look at what's happening with our weather. Stoney says one plane's chemtrails tank leaked at an airport. Steve Holding says looks natural, not. And Fergspan says vapor trails. I have no idea, people. I'm not a scientist. I have no idea. And Darren B does say this. Darren says they are flat earthers. Toy. Well, at least they can spell. I'm bad, aren't I? TT Tin Man, or T Tin Man, I've seen videos from the inside of the plane showing the seating. T Tin Man, you were on here before. I saw you, but I think you left. You went somewhere else. All right, how are we going on top? 1 minute left. Oh, look at that. We've got 1 minute left. Do I have anything else that I wanted to show? Let me just go back to this one here. It's really sad to hear what happened in the US. The population of the US is about 330 million, guessing 1 or 2 million less. 330, 300 million, 320 million. Really sad to hear that there's not a lot of people left in the US of America.
We're looking at over 220 million Americans who just in the last several months died.
Just 220 million of you, just in the last couple of months, just died. What is it? Just 100 million of you left. It's so sad. I don't know what you're going to do, people. It's bad, isn't it? And last one before I go, people. Again, I'm going to ask the question, but why does this keep happening?
If it doesn't, the case can be referred to the International Court of Justice.
All right, so Jessica, how do families of the victims feel about this progress that has come just a week before the 3rd anniversary?
Well, people we spoke with say they were happy that something is being done, but this is something that they've been asking for since day one. So for them, this is about 1,000 days too late. Now, Nariman, looking at after the day, families are pushing the feds to sorry, Aaron, I'm not feeling very well right now, and I'm about to...
Okay, we'll come back to you right now, and we'll make sure that, Jessica, you are doing okay. Thank you. We will make sure that Jessica is okay.
I doubt Jessica is okay. Look, and I think we should end up in... Like I know I've just talked about now this one here, you're all going to put your heads together and you're going to go science, G-man, science. And you're going to go chemtrails and go science, G-man, it's science. Well, I was on the train yesterday and I thought, this is science.
Bitte seien Sie achtsam. Zwischen Bahnsteig und U-Bahn-Tür ist ein Halt. Ausstieg rechts.
I'm sorry about that, people. We've all got to go. Don't forget.
The things that make you happy, go do those things. Like right now. What are you waiting for? Go!
All right, people, it's time to go. It's been another good show. Well, not from my part, but I'm sure from your way. See you later, everyone. Michelle says no way. Yep. Wiley says gross. John Page says, John Page said, I don't know what John Page said. It's gone now. Oh, dude.
All hail Rudi.
All hail the great man himself. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you, Herbert, and all the great supporters. Don't forget, be a member of this channel here, hey? Why not do that? Good night, David. Herbert, nice to have you on again. Thank you. All good.
Put your masks on.
Oh. T10 Man says, cheers. G-Man, hopefully I can figure out why I was getting the echo. Oh, okay. Yep, could be. You've got two things on. You need to only use one. I don't know. Work it out. Darren, good night, mate. Triples two cats. Mate, I didn't get you on the other day to have a chat because we didn't have headphones. So it was hard to get, it wouldn't work. Peter Bronx. Cheers, Sir Rudi. Oh, I haven't seen Pub Test on here. Is he actually here? Is Pub Test still alive? I haven't seen him. Normally he's hanging around here for a while. Did he die? Pub Test, is he still around? Has anyone seen him? Cheers, CB Boyd. Cheers, Michelle. Cheers, Steve Holding. Cheers, mate. Good night, everyone. Chef. We're going to leave the last one to Shawanda. Thank you so much, Shawanda. It says, cheers, Rudi. We'll have a beer, champagne beer, another red wine, and a whiskey. Why not? Sounds great. Go do the things that make you happy. Bye, everyone.